Success. Come on, focus. Alright, this is one of those cheaper primer bulbs for 2-cycle. And a lot of why I'm doing this video is because there's a lot of times that people will throw something out on the curb and it actually just needs some new fuel line or the carburetor cleaned out. Or the primer bulb replaced, and so I just squeezed on the sides gently with pliers, and I got in the groove with my knife and kind of helped it around gently. It's definitely a miracle that the plastic housing didn't break, but I was able to pull it off. I used super glue. I sort of seated the bulb down onto the base part here first, and just left the little cap ring off altogether, and the bulb sealed down pretty good where it stayed on the base, and I glued around the outside where this cap seals, and I was careful not to get any glue inside of the bulb. You don't know what kind of chemical reaction it might have with the gas, or flake off, fall off, clog your carbs. You don't want to get glue inside the bulb. So only put your glue on the outside where this all comes together at the base. Anyway, that's how I did it. I'm going to let that dry. And I had to use the smaller bulb. So these are at Lowe's. I thought Lowe's would have Troy-Bilt primer bulbs, but I had to use the smaller one. I tried to trim this one and make it work. It just wasn't happening. So it was too big. So now I might have to prime it a few extra times. But this was $11.50 or so. This was $5.50 for multi-size tubing from Advance Auto Parts, and we're good to go. One other thing I wanted to mention here is, on this model, this wire, this fuel line, it was going down here in one of these holes, and it was the one that was the worst, the most brittle. It just fell apart, and I drilled an extra hole and moved everything up here into that top corner. These two holes are the ones I'm going to use, and I'm not going to use any of these anymore. This will keep it up. Come on, one-handed filming. Away from the heat. Most of the heat is down here. So I'm thinking get them up as far away from the metal and as far away from the muffler and the combustion down. Get them up away from the heat. Hopefully maybe they'll last longer. You don't want them coming out the side where they might get snagged or damaged easily. You want them safely tucked back in here, but as far from your muffler as you can. Hope you'll have a good weekend. Cheers.